In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to deploy to DigitalOcean with GitHub Actions. We'll set up a clean, production-ready droplet on DigitalOcean so it's ready to receive deployments from your GitHub repository. I'll guide you through each choice along the way, explain why it matters, and share a few practical tips so you make confident decisions without over-provisioning or overlooking security. Start by signing into your DigitalOcean dashboard. From the left sidebar, open the Projects area. Projects help you group related infrastructure and keep costs, permissions, and resources organized. If you don't already have a dedicated space for this app, create a new project now. Give it a clear name and description so teammates immediately know what lives here, and choose the appropriate purpose to keep things tidy for reporting and access control. Inside the project, go to the Resources tab. This is where you'll manage everything you spin up. Click the option to create a new droplet. A droplet is a virtual machine that will host your application and act as the target server for your GitHub Actions workflow. When choosing a region, pick the location closest to your users or your data to minimize latency. If your team is distributed, favor the region closest to your largest audience or to any managed services the app relies on. Costs are generally consistent, so prioritize proximity and availability. Within that region, you'll see data center options. These are availability zones. For a single server, selecting any zone is fine. If you plan to scale or add redundancy later, keep track of the zone you choose so you can distribute future droplets for higher availability. Next, choose your operating system image. A recent Ubuntu LTS is a great default for web applications because it's stable, well-documented, and widely supported by deployment tooling. Most automation and server hardening guides assume Ubuntu, which makes setup straightforward and predictable. Select the droplet size that fits your workload. For many API or web apps, starting with a modest plan that includes at least a couple of virtual CPUs and a few gigabytes of RAM strikes a good balance between performance and cost. If your app is memory hungry, bias toward RAM. If you run CPU-intensive tasks, bias toward more or faster CPUs. You can resize upward later as traffic grows. Review CPU options. Shared CPU plans are cost-effective for light to moderate workloads with bursts. Premium or dedicated CPU plans deliver more consistent performance for sustained compute, background jobs, or high concurrency. If you're not sure, start with a shared plan and monitor real usage. Consider additional storage only if you need it. Block storage volumes are great for large data sets, media, or logs that you want separate from the root disk. You can attach volumes later, so don't add storage you won't immediately use. Decide whether to enable backups. Automatic backups add a small percentage to your bill but provide simple point-in-time recovery. If this droplet will run production workloads, enabling backups now can save you during a bad deploy or accidental data loss. Choose your authentication method and strongly prefer SSH keys over passwords. If you already have an SSH key in DigitalOcean, select it. Otherwise, add your public key here and keep your private key safe locally. Using key-based auth greatly reduces the risk of brute force attacks and is the standard for automated deployments. Avoid sharing keys and never embed secrets directly on the server. Finalize the remaining details. Set a descriptive host name that reflects the app and environment, such as app prod or app staging. Add tags like environment and service to make filtering, monitoring, and cost tracking easier. If you use a private network, select the appropriate VPC. Enabling monitoring and IPv6 is helpful for visibility and future-proofing. When everything looks good, create the droplet. Provisioning typically takes a minute. Once it's ready, you'll see its public IP address in your project's resources. This machine is now your deployment target. From here, a GitHub Actions workflow can securely connect over SSH to run your deploy commands, pull the latest code or containers, and restart services as part of your continuous deployment pipeline. That's it. You've set up a clean, secure DigitalOcean droplet, chosen sensible defaults, and prepared the foundation for GitHub Actions to deploy reliably. Keep your keys safe, label resources clearly, and monitor usage so you can scale with confidence as your app grows.